can find me on Twitter @AnillaKelso, and if you are the stalker type, you can now subscribe to my public posts on Facebook you guessed it, AnillaKelso. Tonight I'm here to talk to you about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. I want to share with all of you my story of being a step-parent in the hopes that as society we can begin to remove the step, because as I see it, step-parents are parents too. In 1999, I began dating a man who had two amazing sons, Ty and Tegan. Over the next 2 years, these three men consumed my heart, they consumed my world, and in 2001, we took the plunge into marriage. Now, with two simple words, I had just become not a wife, but a stepmother. And what do we generally think of when we hear the word stepmother? Evil and wicked. As I saw it, I was neither of the two, but nonetheless, stepmother is what I had just been labeled. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not here tonight to tell you that I wanted to take the place of my children's mother, because yes, they do have a mom. But what I wanted to know was, why did this nasty little four-letter word have to be put in front of what was the greatest word ever invented? As I see it, I do what other moms do. I cook, I clean, I go to parent-teacher conferences, baseball, wrestling, football, track, anything and everything my sons wanted or ever needed, I did my very best to make sure they had. I have stayed up late working on word searches that should have never been assigned. I have created the Great Wall of China in our garage. But no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I was still just a stepmom. And why? My sons do not refer to my parents as step-grandparents. They do not call my brothers step-uncles, and these are not their step-cousins. Yet I am still a stepmother? It didn't make sense. For 350 days last year, my sons lived in my home. But even if they had lived there for those extra 15 days, making it a full year, guess what I'd be? You guessed it, a step-parent. Now, many of you may know that if you are a step-parent, you have the legal right to spend the horrifying hours it takes for your child to get their driver's license. But if you try to take them to the DMV to get them that license, good luck. You don't have any rights. You're a step-parent. For any of you who are out there who know what I'm talking about, you've been there. You've worked your hardest every day of your life with them to be the best parent you can be. And inevitably, you hear those words come screeching out of their mouth. You're not my real mom! Your heart breaks. You begin to tear up. And at that point, you realize that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you are never going to be their mom. I came to my first IgniteBoise last April, and I realized at that time that I wanted to stand on this stage and I wanted to share my story with all of you. At that time, I had been married for almost 10 years. These two amazing boys had been a part of my life for almost 12 years. In July, my marriage to their father ended. Someone at that time asked me if I was still going to give my speech. It occurred to me that if I thought I had no rights as a step-parent, now I had 0 rights, and this speech took on even more meaning. Imagine spending 12 years of your life raising two beautiful boys, and now not knowing if I was going to get to see them, if I was going to get to hug them. Was I going to see them graduate, see them get married, see them have children of their own? There's twice in my life that words were spoken to me that I will never forget. The first, I was 20 weeks pregnant and told that I was losing my son. The second, feeling I had lost yet another son, when I heard myself referred to as not just a stepmom, but an ex-stepmom. My oldest son recently asked me why all I ever do when I talk to him is tell him that I love him. You see, my future with them is not clear anymore. I do not know when I will get to see them, when I will get to talk to them, when I will get to hug them next. So if there is one thing I want my sons who are here tonight to know every day of their lives, it is how much I love them and how proud I am to be their mom. Step-parenting, mixed families, they are hard. We do not need the labels, people. If you are getting married and your spouse has children, love them. Nobody says you have to be their parent. You're not taking over anyone's role. Just love them. If you're a child out there and your parent is getting remarried, don't be afraid to remove the label of love. You might be surprised at what can happen. My name is IgniteBoise, and label or not, I am proud to be a mom.